that's the thing, isn't it? Because you brought up immediately about things defensively on that right side of Liverpool, but overall, they've just been pretty poor across the pitch. There's just no intensity, there's no tackling as well, there's no positional awareness across the team. I mean, you look at their defensive stat at the moment. Last 12 games, they conceded 11 goals. That's pretty poor for Liverpool standard. How do you try to make sense of it all?
I mean, this is something that I would always go back and attribute it to the midfield. You look at total pressures. Liverpool are one of the best high-pressing sides in the history of the game when they're at their best. But this season, for total pressures, they rank 17th in the Premier League so far with 982 pressures. I think that alone explains the major drop for Liverpool because they've lost a bit of that intensity. We don't know exactly why. I personally think it's down to that midfield not being refreshed and being very, towards the older age side as well. But they've lost that intensity, and I think that's affecting every other department as well. They rank 19th in clearance, and the only area where they still retain some form of intensity is in terms of ball recoveries. But otherwise, this is a Liverpool side that look a shade of themselves, Michelle, and I'm not really surprised that when you lose that intensity, which has been the bedrock of Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool, it affects every other department on the pitch.
Yeah, you're exposed a lot more as well. Do you think also partially because last season, Liverpool, the amount of games that they played, they pretty much went all the way to the end in every single competition that was made available to them. Do you think that plays a factor? Maybe fatigue?
Fatigue or mental fatigue, you could argue, because, players worked their socks off to get to the final of all these competitions with the expectation of possibly winning it, but they weren't able to. And I think that's a bit of a cause for concern.
Watch the big kickoff every Saturday on the SPOTV Now app. Preview, review, and analyze this week's matches with us.